Welcome to the What's Our Verdict podcast, where we fashion ourselves cinematic judge and jury. My name is JJ Crowder. I'm here with my co-hosts, Mattson Heiner.
Better red than dead.
Javier Ortiz.
What is up, my nerds?
And Ian Anderson.
Some shit.
We appreciate your help growing the podcast. Go ahead and hit that like, subscribe, and bell notification button. Check out our website, whatsourverdict.com, where you can sign up for our newsletter to get our exclusive content and updates, pick up some sweet merch, and interact with us. Question we always ask is if you ever find yourself wondering if you spend the time, money, or both on a movie. To help with that question, each week we put a movie on trial, discuss the facts, pass judgment, and let you know our verdict. This is our spoiler-free review, where we'll rate these movies on a 3-tiered scale. Worth it, meaning you should watch this movie as soon as possible. Stream it, wait until you can watch it for free. And finally, not impressed, meaning you shouldn't watch it at all. Our deep dive reviews are available every Monday wherever fine podcasts are found: Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Ghana, just to name a few. Today, we're reviewing Stillwater. It was released July 30th, 2021. It was written and directed by Tom McCarthy. It stars Matt Damon, Camille Cotin, Lilu Siavo, Abigail Breslin, Deanna Dunnigan, and Adir Izuli. A father travels from Oklahoma to France to help his estranged daughter, who's in prison for a murder she claims she did not commit. Yeah, let's jump right in. Javier, why don't you kick us off on Stillwater, spoiler-free?
Stillwater, spoiler-free.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, here's the thing about Stillwater. There is great acting in it. It's beautifully shot. I have a few problems with the story, and I have some points where I think it should end. Just some feedback there. Stillwater does not have the happy ending that I want. But it doesn't necessarily have a bad ending. If that makes sense. It's also long. Also very long. Yeah, I'm having a hard time giving a spoiler free, so I want to just dive into the spoiler full review. So I'm going to give this what are my options again? Not impressed, stream it, worth it.
Yep.
I'm going to give it I'm going to give it a stream it. Yeah, I'm going to give it a stream it. It's not a super exciting movie, but it is a good movie. So, anyway, yeah, stream it.
All right, Mattson.
Not impressed is my rating for sure. This movie, the runtime is like 2 hours and 20 minutes. Should have been like an hour and 30, hour and 40 at most. Like Javier said, extremely well acted, visually appealing on the eyes. Let's all go to France and let's swim in that water. Yes, please. But I don't think this movie knew how to exit properly. If you like movies that have a realistic ending, like Life, this is that movie. Life is pretty brutal, as they say in this movie. So let's not all get the fallacies there that this is like a Hollywood ending. I do appreciate movies that do that, but again, I was just really bored. Did it not help, I should say, that JJ told me I was not going to like this, and then I look up the runtime, and then I was really worried and concerned. It really
2 hours is not even that long of a movie. It just felt long.
It was so long. There's so much more to say, but I'm not impressed because the sheer length of this movie with the lack of action that I thought might have been in this movie, or just presenting some more plot points to make things more intense or whatever it was, instead of just a couple people having dialogue. And yeah, there's so much to say. Not impressed. I'm going to stop because this movie doesn't warrant me talking a lot more.
Matt said it wasn't an action movie, so I'm just not impressed.
I know, but if they had given me anything more, like another like slightly suspenseful moment of something, anything.
Dude, there was plenty of suspense in this movie.
No.
Oh, I'm looking forward to this deep dive, boys.
Who's next?
Ian.
Well, me. I don't want to like encourage Mattson's rant, but I will say that I thought this movie was going to be a little more intense based on the preview, because the way they shoot the preview, it looks like it's going to be kind of like intense throughout, and he's going through this. Yeah, he's going through stuff. Anyways, I won't get into that. But
how am I going to be the one to defend this movie? Are you for real right now?
I'm not saying it's a bad movie. I'm just trying to like set expectations going in to watch this thing, that it's not going to be as like engaging as far as of an intense moment stuff. Like you said, Javier, the acting's great, and I think the story's interesting. And I think it does a really good job of endearing you to certain characters. And I struggle because I'm between that worth it and stream it, because I feel like it's a movie that you watch once and like you've seen it. Like there's not a reason to go back and watch it again. So it's a good movie in that standpoint, but also not. I think I'm going to go with a like high level stream it.
Fair enough.
Wow.
Don't worry, Javier. I've got your back, buddy.
Thanks.
Look,
I didn't say it was a bad movie.
No, I
It's
know.
okay,
No, I know, I know.
Ian. You and Mattson could be over there in your little corner wishing it was an action movie.
Oh,
But
God.
us civilized, educated people.
You're like teaching me not to agree with people, Javier.
Javier, if we were watching this movie together and it's what we thought it was for, dude, we would be looking at each other multiple times and being like, this movie.
I didn't know what it was about. That's why I don't fucking watch trailers, dude.
Dude, I would have rather watch paint dry at some point.
Dude,
Oh my gosh. You're so
I
dramatic.
loved this movie. The acting is out of control good. The fact that basically three people with some bit parts carry this movie, to the point that I was so intrigued. And I completely disagree with the lack of tension. Like for me, this movie made my skin crawl for 2 hours and 20 minutes because, well, I won't go into detail. We'll talk about it in the deep dive, but I was uncomfortable and tense the whole time. So I loved this movie. I thought it was a very interesting play on some very interesting stereotypes that we have out there right now. I thought it was an interesting play on how someone's worldview can change. Their idea of life can change, and all set in a backdrop of something that very loosely based on a realistic situation and something that's happened. And so I thought it was thoughtful. I loved it. Like I said, I completely was enthralled in this movie, enjoyed every minute. I'm definitely giving it a worth it. It's not an action movie. Look, if you're looking for fast-paced excitement, this isn't the movie for you. If you're looking for a dramatic, character-driven, thematic story, this is a movie for you. If you want to sit and watch someone go through, like Mattson said, the real life and not have a happy ending and have a more realistic ending and something that leaves you hanging, wondering, what happens from here on out. This is your type of movie, and I highly recommend it. I definitely think it's worth it. I loved it. I will watch it again. I think there are things that can be garnered from a second watch that I want to talk about in the deep dive, because I think there are things that I missed, not based on the fact that I was just trying to enjoy this movie. And I think there are things that I'm interested to go back and rewatch to see the little nuances of these characters that I missed. So for me, it's definitely a worth it, interesting movie. All right. This is as like torn and separated as we've been on a movie in a long while. So I'm really looking forward to the next little while as we dive deep into this movie. Mattson, tell them where they can find us.
Come find us so you can listen to this review, because this movie was trash. Anyways, you can find us on our website at whatsourverdict.com. Come see what we're going to be reviewing over the next few weeks. Really excited about our lineup this month overall. Secondarily, find us on social media, Facebook, Instagram most and foremost, but Twitter as well. And then you can listen, go on Apple, Spotify, amongst other places. Come chime in. We'd love to hear from you.
Definitely. Appreciate that. Enjoy our spoiler free. Come check out our deep dive. It should be a fun one, which will be, like I said, be available on Monday, the 2nd of August, wherever you listen to your podcasts. And with that, we appreciate you tuning in. We'll catch you on the next one.
Bye now.
Cinemagic out.
Whoa!